Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today. If you didn't watch my first video yesterday, please go back and watch that video. I share some intro information about what my plans are with this course. So in this video, we're going to go over some of the things that you need to do to get on your way to becoming a certified pharmacy technician. So what I did after yesterday is I went online to get my results from when I passed the certification exam. And guess what? It's been a while. So things have changed. Obviously, things have changed since I passed my exam and since I went through this process. So I'm going to share a little bit about that with you and some of the changes that I noticed. And, get everybody on your way. I don't know where you are in your journey at this moment, but wherever you are, I recommend that you make a plan depending on what you need to do, and I'm going to give you some options today about how you can get started, depending on where you are, obviously. So the first thing I want to do is I want to direct you to go to the Pharmacy Technician Certification Board website. I will be sharing the website with you guys um, on this video in the information section. You should find it. So if you go in here, they will give you, they have so much information on this website that is useful. There's some information that's just, just textbook kind of information, but there's a lot of things that are very useful. For example, continuing education, how to get started if you want to become a pharmacy technician versus how to renew your certified pharmacy technician license. So I recommend that you check out the website. So some of the things that did change primarily is who is eligible to take the pharmacy technician exam. So back when I took the exam, you did not need to have any number of hours working in a pharmacy, and you did not need to go through a program. So now, since January of 2020, which it's been a year now, um, candidates must complete a recognized education training program, or they must have equivalent work experience in order to be eligible. So I did get this from the website, the same website that I am sharing with you guys. Just look for it in the info section. So the pathway number one is to go through a recognized education training program. If you follow the link that is here on their website, it will take you to a list of approved programs that I recommend you check out. Maybe you might find something that works for you. Um, you'll have to go through and check them out. If you'd like me to go through and research the programs myself, please leave me a comment, and I will definitely do that if there's a lot of interest for me to do that. So these programs are likely in Texas, um, but actually this is a national board. So I'm pretty sure you can find certification programs that are all across the country. Pathway number two, which I think is more attractive, is to get a job as a pharmacy technician trainee and get the number of hours required for you to be able to sit down for the exam. So this is a good alternative because you can get experience on the job and without having to put money up front. You might discover that maybe you don't like pharmacy work as much as you thought you would. So it's a good way for you to find out, and there's options for you to do that. So before I get into how you can find a job, this pathway number two, there's actually another that goes along with this pathway number two that I recommend. And if you live in Texas, you can go to the Texas State Board of Pharmacy and you can apply for a pharmacy technician trainee license. So I am going to include this URL also in in the info section of this video. So this is a good way for you to, get a little bit of confidence, right? I know that helps sometimes when you have something to say, hey, like, I'm serious about this. I really want to get a job as a pharmacy technician, and to prove it, here's my trainee license that I applied for. So this could make you competitive in getting a job, maybe even with an independent pharmacist at, one of those just small startup pharmacies that you see pop up somewhere. They will be more likely to take a chance with you if you have a license already. So some of the advantages, I think, of this is that first you're showing that you're serious about it, because you've already, taken the time to get this license. And another thing is you go through the background check. So that's one less thing that your potential employer has to worry about. So this is a good option if you're looking to get a job, maybe at an independent pharmacy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go back over to this. So those are, I guess you could make that a 1, 2, 3 pathways instead of just 2 pathways. The third one would be get your trainee license if you live in Texas. There might be a trainee license in other states, or maybe other states don't have this requirement yet. I don't know. Let me know if you live in another state and they don't have the requirement like we do now in Texas. Let me know. I'd like to know. So I want to show you guys how I did on my exam when I took it. So I did share a little bit about that with you guys last time, yesterday when I filmed that first video. So I, I was interested in pharmacy. I thought it would be a very cool job, and I enjoyed chemistry. I went to school and I loved chemistry. That's one of the subjects that I enjoyed the most. So naturally, I was interested in becoming a pharmacist. Pharmacy technician seemed like, you know, a good way, a good foot in the door. And it is. A lot of pharmacy technicians start off as pharmacy technicians, then they decide that they want to go further. That might be your story. I also, while I was working as a pharmacy technician, I met pharmacy technicians that had been in the field for many, many years, and they enjoyed their job, and they were doing something that they enjoyed. So it could be your forever job, or it could be your job to get like a gateway job to get you the experience required to maybe apply to pharmacy school. So I did not reapply for my pharmacy technician renewal because I didn't work in the field very long. So I didn't, I went ahead and went for a career in education instead, which, I'm very, very happy with right now. So as you can see here, when I went in to check my credentials, it said I failed to renew my certification in time. So now I must reapply for certification, including achieving a passing score. So that's my story. I need to go back in and obtain a passing score. But here is my exam date. It was March 18th, 2017. It's been a while. And I did pass with a score of 1454. So once you do pass your exam, you will get a letter that tells you, congratulations if you passed. It tells you when you passed it, the date you took the exam, and then it gives you your score, your scaled score, the passing score, and it was at the time that I took it, it was a range from 1,000 to 600, 1,600. So what I wanted to show you guys really was this here, the domain performance. So I think this is really important because it tells you where your strengths and your weaknesses are. So as you can see here, I was not very strong in my pharmacology for technicians. So that was like the weakest area for me. And my strongest area was medication safety. So very interesting to see this. Once you pass your exam, it's tempting not to look at this anymore, right? Because you obtained your certification. But in reality, if you are looking to go to pharmacy school, this is a good way for you to know what you need to work on for the future. All right. So the last thing that I want to talk about for this video is how you can get a job. So there's so many jobs out here. I live in Houston, Texas, and I know that most major cities in Texas anyway have a lot of jobs. So all I did was put in a pharmacy trainee license in the search box, and I got a few different leads that I could follow. So the first one that's on here is from Akura Vida. It looks like an independent pharmacy. So it says that they are open to the on-the-job training, technician training. Okay. So I know Walgreens will take you as a trainee. I went on their website just a moment ago. Humana Insurance Company. Okay. Most of these companies will take you as a trainee. So they have a training program, says here. Pharmacy technician training program. Oh, must be authorized to participate. Right. So you do want to be sure that you can participate in that, becoming certified. So the pharmacy technician in training. Okay, so that's that job. A lot of insurance companies are hiring for pharmacy technicians. All right, guys. So I think this video has been long enough. I want to thank you for joining me on the video. I do want you to like and subscribe to this channel so that I know if you like my videos and you want me to keep making them. Um, we all want to know that we're doing something worthwhile. So like and subscribe, please. And I am putting it on my to-do list to make a video for you guys every single day on the pharmacy technician training. On my next video, I will be sharing a schedule with you guys so that we can go through and make a plan for your certification training test, to make a plan to take the exam. So send me a message in the chat and I'll be reading and responding. See y'all next time.